Good morning. We're out here in Fayetteville, and we are going to see what a $156,000 house looks like. It's all brick house. It's pretty cool. Went through, turned on some lights. It looks like it is pretty well maintained. So we'll do some discovery together. I didn't want to do too much before the video here. I just wanted you to be able to walk through with me. So let me flip you around here and show you what we got. All right, I'm going to zoom this, back this out a little bit so you can get a better perspective. But there's that carport there as you walk in. Got a little security camera. That in the back there is typically a indicative of a well, so it could possibly be on a well. I'll check that out a little bit more, but just wanted to see how the outside looks, and then we'll go inside here. But looking up and around, pretty well maintained. There's that little spot that's right up there, you can see it. So a little spot up there that just looks like some paint would be good. It doesn't look like there's anything too wrong with the supports here. Check this closet. Oh, that's water heater. Bada bing, here we go. Let's see what we got. So water heater, it's gonna show you're on there, not on there. I'll check that real quick. All right, couldn't find the sticker for the date on it. I'll have to rewatch the video. Maybe it is on that thing that I panned to. That might actually have been some water at some point. There's a little bit of peeling paint here, but if that's the worst of it, then really not too bad. Here's the space that this backyard has. So it's a pretty decent sized lot. You have fencing on either side, and then there's some on the front there, but it doesn't look like it wraps all the way around. This connects here. That might be like a crawl space access. Got a little bit of a nick up there. Not a home inspector at all, but take a look and see what we can see. Okay, so it does have a vapor barrier down here. That vapor barrier, that's low, not a lot of space. That plumbing looks relatively new. Trying to get a picture of the back here to see what the supports look like. That looks a little bit not like a cinder block. That is what's tough about sometimes houses here, well, all the time. It is a buyer beware state in North Carolina, so it means a lot of the discovery portion is up to us. If the sellers don't actually disclose what's going on, like in this house, they haven't told us what's going on with it. So it's up to us to find out. Cosmetically inside, we'll see it, but it looks good. But we're looking at the outside here, trying to keep an eye out for any type of cracks. Fence open. Big old tree here. That tree is really not, just so you can see, not overhanging property. Got a bit older HVAC here. See if we have any luck with the year. I'm gonna hover over here while I look at it. It'd be nice if they just had a sticker that said the date. So it is a bit older. I mean, again, I'm not an HVAC person or home inspector, but that does not look like it's new inside. Got a crack here. So that is going from here, following the bricks, the way up. Windows are wooden and a bit older, but it didn't crack through the window unless they just like replaced that. But there's a crack in the brick there. Possible foundation deal, or it could be the settlement. It looked a little bit big to be a settlement one, but you got some windows here. Hit a new door. Just a little bit of elevation there. walk inside, it is pretty cool. So you walk in straight to living room, an updated light fixtures, like I said, cosmetically, pretty good. We'll walk through the house here. It has the hardwoods on here. They look pretty original. What was interesting, I thought, here's kitchen for you. So that's where a refrigerator would be. They're not leaving one. They have one here. And then we have a cabinetry here. Take a look under sink. That all looks like is redone pretty new. That cut's a little bit weird. And then that, so it's probably the sink, like the plumbing that they did, because that looks like a fresh cut. And then when we went under, when we looked under the house, we saw some of the new plumbing. So this actually feels like a quartz, so it feels like a stone countertop. This is where I saw a washer would be. So we have washer, and then you have your 240 plug for the dryer, and I now see a dryer vent. So didn't see that before we leave kitchen. Take a look at the distribution panel. So it looks like, just again based on that, not an electrician at all, but it looks like, I mean, it's at least the original paneling, close to, has not been updated. In other words, we got some paint on the windows. So I don't know who did the painting here, but like that is just a bunch of goop around there. Maybe paint or maybe some caulking on the windows. Go through here. So here's a full bath. Floor right here by a full bath. I mean, I'm not going to show it because you can't see it, but it moves a touch. So something to be aware of. It could just be the support and the house settling, or it could be something going on underneath. Go here to the other bedroom. Walk around here, see what we have. I believe the crack is not in this one. No, it's in the other window. So you got a closet here. Just give you an idea of closet space. Floor's not moving on me by any means. This door's a little bit sticky. And this is the room that had that crack. It's over here by the window. See if we can feel anything crazy. Walking around, I feel it more honestly in the hallway. It's like you can feel where the supports are and where they are not. So yeah, it's just in this hallway here where I feel it the most. In the rooms, they actually feel pretty good. There is that little bit of a dip in the baseboards there. So that might be, looks like they replaced that hole. Well, not the hole, it looks like they just did a partial repair of the baseboards, and it might have been due to some sort of foundational deal. Walking through, yeah, it kind of looks like where that temporary support was. This would look like to me as a temporary support underneath. A little something up there. That might have been water. Unfortunately, there's no disclosures out there for this house, so that's why I'm here, trying to save some time, effort, energy by doing a walkthrough before we do anything further. But yeah, that's what we got. It's a pretty cool layout for the home. The rooms would work. It's a one bathroom, so there's 3 beds, 1 bath. It's a full bath, which is good. You need to have a shower. I'm gonna grab some of these lights while I'm here. The hallway itself was the one that felt like it dipped a little bit here. So where I'm standing right now is where I kind of feel like not movement, but if there was movement in the house, It has settled a little bit more there versus anywhere else. Looked like there's that, I mean, there was a crack in the bricks over there. Can't talk. There's a crack in the bricks back there. So we do have that. Not entirely sure like where that dryer vent's supposed to be. There's actually, let me show you this. There's another, doesn't look like a dryer vent plug, but it's another plug. Not really sure what it's used for. Maybe an EV, but I doubt it. That'd be kind of strange to put it inside the house. Electrical paneling at least looked a little bit old, so that would be something to consider. There's that one stain on the ceiling. The rest of the ceilings are scraped. It looks like there's, I'll show you what I'm looking at. But that doesn't look like water to me, at least. It looks just like some dirt. It's on there, really. It looks like more like smudging than actual like stain like water. But it might be something to look out for. Again, since there's nothing disclosing anything on this house as far as like roof age, HVAC age. HVAC did look pretty old. So it's stuff to consider. These older systems will break down, like the roof, the HVAC, possibly the plumbing. You saw that under the sink. It looked like they had some. It looked like they had some new plumbing under the sink there and into the crawl space. Looked like there might have been some temporary supports in that crawl space, which is something something to be aware of. Just because if it's a temporary support, not permanent, it's not meant to stay there permanently. So it's just something to kind of look out for. Anyways, it feels like a decent house. It could be kind of cool. It could be worth checking out. So worth coming by and making the trip. It has a good sized backyard. I would just be prepared for anything to happen with like the HVAC because that can happen. Water heater, couldn't find a date on that, but actually looked relatively newer. It didn't look like it was as old as the HVAC, let's say. And then there was that crack on the brick. I didn't see roof, so let's go see if we can see what the roof looks like before we get out of here. All right, the chickens out there. Here we go, let's look. All right, yeah, here. That's lifted shingle there. It's electricity coming in there. It's not a brand new roof. Not a roofer, but it doesn't look to me like a brand new roof. Can't really see anything there. Anyways, I don't think that it would be a waste of time to come out and see this house in person. I really don't, especially if this is one that you're considering. It's all brick. There might be that one spot over there that needs to get mortared up. Overall, I think it would be worth it. I think it would be worth a trip out to see how it feels and make sure that it feels right for you. If it's what you're looking for, then great, we can make it happen. So let me know. But thanks for coming along the journey, and I look forward to meeting you. All right, take care. Bye.